Well, I think for somebody who's starting out in photography, I think the first thing to really begin to think of is if you're really serious about trying to progress beyond just a casual happy snapper from time to time and trying to get that great shot. I think trying to come up with something that interests you, kind of something that can be visual and can be more than one picture. That I think with today's ease of taking pictures in digital, it's not that hard to come up with a great looking shot, no matter what you're interested in. So if you want to photograph animals, or you want to photograph flowers, or you want to photograph trees, or if you want to photograph your friends, if you do it long and hard enough, you're going to come up with some cool images of that. And I don't think that's really where the strength of good photography lay. I think that ultimately it is about editing. It is about knowing oneself and trying to listen to the kind of intuitive forces that allow you to kind of respond more positively and more excitedly to one image or to one subject over another, and to pay attention to that emotion, and to follow that, and then also to be aware of it when you see it in the kind of plethora of images out there in the world. There's nothing wrong to say when an image really hits you, like, wow, that's an amazing picture, and it's something that you aspire to be able to kind of make that kind of image. Well, cut it out of the magazine, or copy it onto a file in your computer, and even once in a while, if it's really important, print it out and pin it on your wall so it reminds you every day when you go by, what is it about this picture? And I think you learn about pictures in yourself by being true to the things that you personally respond to, and that's really about, I think, the only way you're going to find your way to an original voice that isn't full of cliches, and it isn't just trying to do what other people do, but by following your own instincts, using your own autobiography as a kind of a guide to what things might be interesting for you to photograph, things in your life that you've seen that you might want to then go back and visually try and put a story around it. I think it's a good place to start, but not to think in the world as a singular, oh, I got a great shot. But it's like, how do I make a group of images that together are more meaningful than any one of them separated? And even when they're separated, they're still strong images, each in their own right. But as a group, they even become stronger. So I think thinking in terms of larger groupings of images, then your intentions are no longer a question. You're now working and thinking. So it's kind of like being a writer. You can come away with a good paragraph or a couple of good lines, but you want to create the story. You want to have a little bit more meat to the narrative, and that only happens when you keep plugging away at an idea.